So yeah, there we go. So game one is gonna be a German mirror. Looks like they're great in that matchup in Great Plains. It's a pretty good German map. I mean, you're getting 2 mines in base. There's a decent amount of gold on the map. Decent hunts as well. A TP in base. And you can usually pick up some big XP treasures with your Olans. Well, looks like this time none of them have spawned. It's weird because I think I've never seen that actually. Usually you kind of always have like 1 or 2 big XP treasures in the middle, but looks like there is no such treasure this time. Anyway, so we see Mitoe getting a small food treasure and a coin treasure, going for the hunting dogs and well, market and house essentially. He's just sold 100 food, I think. I'm not sure that was weird macro so far. I guess he changed his mind like a couple of times because of the treasures he found, but yeah, not ideal macro at this point, but he should still be able to age 17 without any problem. Oh, I need to switch something. This should be better now. My bad. Okay. Alright, so and we have here Migo, who is also going for the... Oh shit, I forgot to enable the ops mode, but well, I'll do it next game. Anyway, so Migo also going for the market, standard stuff. He's got lots of coin. Why did he get so much coin right now? I'm kind of confused. Why did he get 70 coin instead of just 30? This is weird. Not sure. Anyway, so this matchup is interesting. One of the most interesting Euros, I think. So there's lots of ways to play it. Usually involving some doubles in H2, but not necessarily. You can also just go Calf Semi. You can go... we've seen some crossbow pike action as well. You can go naked FF. I mean, there's lots of ways to play it for sure. Mitoe going for the 75 coin treasure here. So, looks like a pretty even H1. Migo is herding really far away. I'm not sure this is really useful. I mean, he's not going to need this hunt until like minute 15 or something. He's got 1 bison hunt here, another one there, a deer hunt in the back. So I don't think he really needs to do this, but okay. Mitoe going for a 16 age up. So that's pretty fast. Did idle a little bit, but nothing too bad. Oh, and Migo finding an 85 with treasure, but I'm not sure he's going to try and take it. Because obviously it's right next to Mitoe's base, so... I need to really remember to use the Azank mod next game. Alright, so... I guess we'll just see the standard... wait, Mitoe is actually trying to take it. No? No, he's not. Okay. Yeah, so I think we'll just see the standard trading post from both players. Standard placer mines as well from Mitoe. But, yeah, you see Migo is going for Gang Saw, so he's playing... Probably going to go for some kind of crossbow pike stuff. Although he might just be taking it just to chop wood in transition, but I think we have seen him against Soldier going for a tower rush actually, so I wouldn't be surprised if this Gang Saw just means he's going to go for a kind of front base. So that's why he's got a Veal there, but I don't know, Veals build stuff pretty slowly compared to Settler Wagons. You lose a solid 15 seconds if you build a barracks with a Veal instead of a Settler Wagon, so I'm not sure I like this, but interesting anyway. Going to go for a side base, probably just a side barracks. Wait, what? No, he's actually got a settler wagon for a tower here. So I don't know what this wheel is for. Oh, maybe he just wants to steal that treasure. That could be why. But he's not reacting. Oh, now he is, but I think it's just too late. Mitoe is H2, so his Explorer is just a bit stronger. And he's gonna take just one less hit to kill that Guardian, and so he's gonna take it. So yeah, Mitoe got to be confused about that wheel here for sure. But yeah, Migo aging later than Mitoe is not great for him because Migo wants to go aggressive here, but obviously he's gonna be a bit slower, so it's not gonna be ideal. Mitoe instantly scouting the tower, so he's gonna know what's coming. And let's see what Migo does first. He's going for the settler wagon, so actually not going to tower rush, just going to build a barracks in base. So that's kind of a mind game. Maybe he wants Mitoe to over-invest into nuking that tower down. And meanwhile, Migo would be going greedy, but I don't know. It's a lot of resources invested into that tower with the villager seconds walking a wheel and a settler wagon all across the map. It's just like 300 or 350 wood overall with the tower. Mitoe deleting 2 lands, that's not good. So yeah, going to lose 2 lands for 1 Ulan essentially. So not great. On the other hand, he's going to pick off the his opponent's Explorer, so that's still good. But I'd rather pick 1 Ulan than the Explorer, I guess. So yeah, Mitoe is just doing cav. Didn't get a good batch, but he's aged up early, so he's got his first and second batch early. So it's still kind of a lot of Ulans for this time, even though he wasted 2 of them, but yeah. Migo going for 700 coin already. So it's really sort of a fake pressure and just actually trying to just age. And yeah, like I said, he wants Mitoe to overcome it to playing H2. And Mitoe does play H2 a little bit longer, so he's got 700 wood, which is very standard, but Migo will be up. And Migo has 5 pikes, so he's definitely easily able to defend. Mitoe will probably react just in time. No, Mitoe, what are you doing? Losing more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Ulans died for free. Yeah, that is not good. So Mitoe is nowhere near aging, and he's also wasted like 5 Ulans so far. So Migo actually feels comfortable pushing out, even though he's aging now. So that's not good for Mitoe. Of course, now he's got enough Ulans to defend, but oh, nice sniping the low HP Ulans with settler wagons. Mitoe can just force a fight now, but this is not a good position in that choke. And he's going Minutemen on the wrong side and just taking some damage. And now Migo will probably just take a decent trade, even though Minutemen will clean up. You know, he still forced Minutemen and his spikes are still taking down some Ulans. Would have probably liked Migo to actually save his own Ulans. Like, he could have just fought with the pikes and went back with his Ulans, but Mitoe committing to 8 crossbows is probably just gonna cancel them now. I mean, there's no way, right? Just cancel that. Like, you can't do anything with crossbows now. Oh no, why? Like, he could just cancel everything and he would he would click up in 30 seconds, so he would be late, but he would still have a chance to be okay in Fortress. But now, I mean, what do you do with these units against H3 Germany? Like, Migo can just go pure Warwagon Ulan and beat anything, basically. Or get 5 skirms is also a possibility. And that tower is even sort of paying off because buying time and sniping a couple units. Not sure why Migo pops this here. He's lost half a war wagon worth of HP, so it's not great. I don't think he should try to fight, actually. Like, Mitoe is committed to H2 for a while at least, so you don't need to take this fight, because, like, Mitoe actually can crush this. War wagons just suck, so crossbow Ulan does just fine against this unit composition. And, but yeah, still a good trade for Migo, and of course he's H3. Mitoe is gonna try to H now, but he's already spent his 700 coin into Ulans. He needs to pull a trick away. Maybe sack his explorer in mini mode or something. Yeah, he's gonna pull away. 600 coin coming on the field, so he's gonna be able to H, but now it's really late. And like I said, that push did nothing, right? He made 5 bows, 5 Ulans, and shipped 8 bows, and he just took the tower down and did nothing else with it. So it's really, it was just not a good idea. He needed to just H, basically. So now I think Migo is just really far ahead. He's out for so long. He's probably got a second shipment on the way now. Might just get Bet Ulan soon. If he can sell 100 food and buy 100 wood, probably. And yeah. Thing is also that Mitoe has used lots of coin invades now. This sort of colonial push would have been a bit more viable if he shipped Silversmith, which he doesn't actually have in deck, but maybe, you know, then he would have 800 extra coin on his mines, kind of. And he would have been able to just mine all the coin he needed to wage up, instead of committing to so many colonial shipments. I mean, look at this. Migo has shipped only 2 cards, and now it's only H3 shipments. While Mitoe kind of wasted so many shipments on H2 cards, which aren't so great. Oh, this could be a big raid though. 1 bill gonna go down. Probably 2 bills. But also 1 bill going down here for Mitoe and a house, so kind of an even trade. Because these bills aren't gonna die. And that stable is probably just gonna go down. Mitoe going for war wagons, but do you really want to go war wagons here? I mean, do you really want to start like playing a sort of range units fight? I think you need to like ship Ulans and try to crush. Like here, you just ship 9 Ulans, you get veteran Ulan, and you bring back all these cav and try to just flank and just kill everything. If you go 3 war wagons, you just do nothing with your units. Like 3 war wagons against skirms and 4 war wagons. But at least Mitoe did clean up here somehow. Maybe a bit of a mistake from Migo to take that fight. And Migo is just gonna pull back after taking the Sable down, so he's gonna be pretty pleased about that. Ulans need to be careful. I think this is not a good catch by Mitoe. These are too... He's just overextending with his cap here. They're not veteran yet, and they're just too far away from the main army. And I think these vet Ulans are just going to clean up everything here. And this is a big mistake. Even if Mitoe can clean up, I don't think this is a good trade. And yeah, just overextending here, trying to fight too far away from his army. And War Wagon's gonna go down. Then there's only a few crossbows, which are essentially useless at this point. I mean, Mitoe will sort of hold, but it's just not a good trade, and he's not able to gather anything. So I think this is looking really poor for Mitoe. He's also stacked a bunch of food, but he can't really make any units out of it. And yeah, I'm gonna call the GG because you just don't come back from that. I mean, he can't train units, he can't gather resources, he can't ship anything just yet. While Migo, he's got more units coming. Look at that, 7 extra vet Ulans coming in, another 5 behind, 6 actually somehow, and probably yeah, just got units in queue. Maybe got a shipment soon. I don't know. So yeah, GG. Well played by Migo. I'm gonna update the score. Just a nice mind game from him. And Mitoe just kind of overreacting. I mean, I assume he knew that there was no real pressure coming because he went here with two lands early and he saw there was like no vills and no barracks behind the tower. And I thought, yeah, okay, he's just gonna be cabin raid, and if you do that, you're just fine. But instead, he just committed to shipping 8 bows and stuff, and it was just a disaster. And he didn't quite come back from that. And taking that fight here in a poor spot was just a nail in the coffin. So yeah. Nothing too relevant in terms of villager graph. Except you can see Mitoe aged up earlier and had a shipment, so he could ship set the wagons earlier. So he was in a nice, in kind of a nice spot early on. But yeah, he just deleted Cav once, deleted Cav a second time, called Minutemen when he didn't need to, and then shipped useless bows while Migo was H3, and then it was kind of over already. But then somehow Mitoe had enough military here, maybe because he cleaned up in Migo's base his Ulans, but yeah, that fight was not a good fight for Mitoe. And keep in mind, some of the units in there were H2 crossbows and also H2 Ulans because he didn't have vet Ulans, while Migo had war wagons, skirms, and vet Ulans. So yeah, just won the fight pretty easily, and it was GG. All right, so I'm gonna need to install the mods. And then I will move on to cast next game, game 2 of the best of 5. All right, let's launch the game. So yeah, I mean, German Nero is one of Mito's best matchups, or at least it used to be. Whoops, I'm not supposed to do that. Well, I'm gonna brag a little bit, but I don't often lose German Mirrors, especially in tournaments. But I've lost quite a few of them against Mito, and I think it's the only player who took so many German Mirrors off me. Like, we're probably even so far in German Mirrors, or maybe he's even one more than me. And I didn't expect him to do uh, that poorly, kind of, in this matchup against Migo. But yeah, well played by Migo. Nice mind game. I couldn't read what they said. Unfortunate you can't scroll up, just DE. So did I just not get the mod correctly or something? Or they just forgot to play with it? Or do I need to do something? Mito isn't red, by the way. And page up doesn't work for me when I try to read the chat. Menu, show info. More info. Okay, nice. Thanks. Alright. So I guess that's the eco pop. And that's the pop space. And the resources. And there's gonna be military pop on top, I guess. Alright. Thanks a lot, Ace, for that new UI. So we've got now Hero against China. So Migo went for Hero. He had to pick first, and he decided to go Hero in Malaysia, which is definitely a decent pick. Although I really don't like this duck. I think on this map you just go for a farm. The duck has been nerfed as well, but I don't know. It feels like everyone just can only do one opening nowadays with Hero. It's just a duck. Like they forgot you can do a TP, a farm, or duck, and they always go duck. And I think on this map you want a farm because then you age faster, which is nice against China, and you can fatten your water buffaloes. And like I said, the duck is nerfed; it builds slower, and maybe you need. I'm not sure. Maybe the fishing boats are more expensive for Hero or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, not a fan of that decision, but we'll see. Mitoe going to counterpick Hero with China, so not something most people would consider a counterpick at all, but he told me prior to the series that he wanted to go China and Malaysia, so I guess he just decided to do it no matter what. And this matchup is not necessarily so bad for China, I think. So Mitoe is going for his famous 3 villages opening, so nice macro there, just getting villas constantly. He needs to build the village though. Maybe a faulty shift click there. But he's gonna see it soon. Maybe that was on purpose so he could still... Yeah, I guess he just wanted to gather wood and food for as long as possible and then just drop the 2 villages. And they will go up just in time so he can get 4 vills out of them. And also he's still making vills, so you can see a really nice macro there. That disciple is gonna go down though. And there's 2 yaks as well there that will be picked up by Migo, so a bit unfortunate for Mitoe. But yeah, he does get his 4 villager shipment right now, which is nice for him. Villages of course cost only 180 wood now on the E. And so Migo going for 3 boats, so yeah, again, you know, is it really worth like delaying your age up and all that? Just to get 3 boats. Because like he could have been up by like 20, like let's say he could be up 15 seconds earlier with a farm and be fattening his yaks, but instead he's got like 3 boats, and I just think it's just not very good. But yeah, anyway, even a TP would be better than this, I think. 3 boats is kind of irrelevant. Obviously, he's maybe gonna make more boats in transition, but still. So Mitoe, and you know, being up earlier could have punished Mitoe. Nice snipe here, maybe go by the way. Being up earlier could have punished Mitoe. Could have because he's aging a bit late. Of course, he's gonna eat some livestock just to age in time, but it's still gonna age a little bit later than the standard 2 villages opening, of course. So would have been nice for Migo to apply some pressure there. Migo going with the slow age as well, which is kind of standard. But so yeah, he's not gonna have that much pressure on Mitoe. But he probably plans to go Fortress, I guess, so it's okay. Hero gonna add a trading post now. China probably gonna get his own trading post there. Well, Migo actually walling up, so maybe just gonna FF altogether. Mitoe's got a fair amount of livestock. He's got 7 water buffaloes, which is quite nice. Yeah, directly dropping the tribal marketplace, so he definitely wants to gather some coin here and probably just age Warhat in base as well. Maybe he's just worried about Mitoe doing some sort of colonial play, because Mitoe is kind of known to to play a bit of colonial as China. And since Migo also aged up with the 3 villager, it's a little bit greedier than the traits the wise woman age up, so maybe he's a bit concerned that if, you know, he doesn't wall up and also goes FF with the 3-bill age up, maybe, you know, Mitoe could push him with some sort of H2 timing. Mitoe has aged. Migo is scouting him, but Mitoe is actually going for a semi-FF. He's not gathering wood. Just going for 300 export first to get the red coats out, most likely. And then gonna ship 700 coin, I expect. It does not have a market. I wonder if you could do this build order while also shopping for a market, because I feel like Mitoe is gonna have too many resources to age, so maybe you could invest resources into that, especially with this coin treasure. Kind of wondering about that, yeah. Yeah, I feel like he could have gone for a TP or for a market or something on top of this. Because, like, you know, look, now he's shipping 700 coin, but he's already got 400 coin. And he's got 2 bills in queue and quite a lot of food, so I'm already sure that he could. Or maybe he wants to train 1 or 2 batches of units. Because I really feel like he could have gone for extra infrastructure instead of this. Going for the trickles, actually, so he's not gonna go for some kind of red coat semi. Just going to get trickles. Pretty greedy play. Migo probably doesn't expect that. He scouted the consulate, but I think he must. I don't think he's seen the flag, so he must likely expect the standard British consulate. So he's gonna just wall up. He's like, okay, he's gonna bring units. I need to wall up, which is sort of a small win for Mitoe here, but it's not too relevant. So yeah, Mitoe, you know, like I said, he's just floating resources. So he's gonna age, but he's got a bit too much coin and too much food. And I think having an extra TP would have been nice. He's maybe gonna go for it now, but he could have gotten it so much earlier. Maybe he was afraid that he would lose the TP to an early pressure by Hero. Anyway, no market either. Doesn't have 700 wood because, yeah, like I said, he doesn't have a TP, and he also ships 300 export. Migo is up. Going for the 6 Canyons first card, so he's not going to go industrial or anything like that. So kind of, you know, kind of really defensive playstyle by Hero in this matchup. He does have the 3 bills from the age up and like 5 boats. But, you know, China is just China, and I feel like China kind of outskated Hero, so you probably don't want to go for such a greedy playstyle. And that Hero Explorer almost single-handedly killing everything there. He crackshot the Chukunos, but I think he should have crackshot the Step Riders so that he could escape, actually. Instead of crackshooting the kind of useless Chukunos. Is it just gonna go down? Yeah, it's dead, right? Mitoe will kill this. So trading 3 Chukunos and 1 Step Riders, or 2 actually, for a 4 HP Explorer, kind of a decent trade for Mitoe, I guess. Also getting 100 XP out of it. Now has to be careful with his builds though. Oh, Mitoe not reacting just yet. Going to pull his wheels back. He's got 8 skirms. Migo doesn't go in. He knows with Minutemen, Mitoe will be fine to defend, and Migo already picked off 2 kills anyway, so that's he's just happy about that. And going to just siege down the trading post that Mitoe has built recently. Mitoe just training Cav there. I don't know how expensive the trickles are, but you'll probably get the last one soon. That monk being picked off though. Pretty big pick off. Mitoe kind of needed to bring it back to his base earlier. Mitoe kind of making more mistakes than usual. Bit surprising. And so you can see in the military pop that Hero is a little bit ahead. In the eco pop, well, I mean, this doesn't account for the 2 wonders, so I would say it's even. If not slightly China favored. China finally has a market. I'm not sure which upgrades he's gotten so far, but I don't think he has too many because he didn't drop this market so long ago, so he can't have too many upgrades. Oh yeah, he's just getting the tier 1 food upgrades now, so not ideal. Mitoe's gonna need to drop another village. Maybe on this coin mine would be a nice location, or on that coin mine. But he might be afraid and just drop it defensively, or yeah, he's just gonna get the upgrade, which is also fine. I hope he's gonna... Okay, now, he didn't switch the batch, because if you switch it halfway, it's just not worth it, but now that he's gotten this batch of colonial units, he finally switched to the territorial army. Just training only Cav, which I think I like against Hero. Because Hero doesn't have any Musk or melee units to block, usually. And Hero likes to go Forest Brawler heavy when they can, so going Cav just makes a lot of sense. And honestly, if they have to fight this, I think Mitoe completely smashes this fight. Although, if he had the Monk, it would be much better, but yeah. He's ready to flank already, and so Mitoe knows that Migo is coming, and he's probably just gonna move around, and he might want to wait for the Crow, but it's still like 1 minute away, I think. So I'm not sure he can. He might have to fight first. Yeah, he's just gonna call Minutemen now and come from that angle to try and trap Hero. I felt like he could have moved even more to that direction, maybe, but yeah. Just buying time with his Cav, forcing Hero to stay here. And now he's gonna engage, and there's some trees and hunts and coin mines. So if Hero can pull back, he's gonna be fine. But right now, so it looks like Hero is just getting killed by the mass of Cav, and these Chengdaos are in a great spot to just be split and fight all the Kenyas here. Just kind of walking around, yeah, unfortunately, but. I don't know, actually. Skirms need to be focusing these Musket Riders. I think this was a good position for Mitoe, but maybe the Chengdaos didn't quite get the Z move they needed. So I think Migo is going to be able to barely just kite away, but you know, China Cav always performs so well. You don't expect it. You never expect it to do that well, but like actually Mitoe kind of cleaning up, isn't he? And he can just pull back his Cav now, because they're just gonna take shots from the goons. Just pull back. And Migo is gonna have to go back. And now you've got a batch and the Crow coming for China, and I think China is just ahead now. Gonna get a shipment as well. In a while they're gonna get a batch from the Summer Palace, just getting all this free stuff coming out. He's eaten his yaks already, by the way. Which is why he was able to mass so much Cav, probably. And so Hero is coming back, he's got a very low HP Explorer, it's gonna get picked off. Oh, I wouldn't try to crackshot that. Such a greedy move. Oh no, just getting shot. That's not great for Migo. Needed to escape that dude. Oh, okay, so Crow getting in position. Migo's trying to take it off, but nah, he has to pull back. He can't just take this fight. Too many skirms for Mitoe here. Now gonna call intervention, so he's gonna get doppels as well, which are gonna be actually quite nice against the Hero army, I think. Just more melee units. I don't know why this plays so slowly, by the way. Mitoe is floating so much wood, I don't know how. Because he edged up with the Skirm Wonder. Oh, well, he does have a wood trigger, I guess. He's probably gotten the last trigger I didn't see, but I'm assuming he did. And now he's getting his market upgrades because he's got so much wood. Free batch popping out. He's still got his full HP Crow, which is kind of annoying for Hero to deal with, as you don't have Falconets yourself or something to easily kill that Crow. Hero going for a raid with a mix of Musket Riders and Kanyas, but Mitoe is actually pushing, so Migo is gonna pull back. It's gonna be forced of gold, and that's just a big scare mass for Mitoe here. But Mitoe is afraid to overcome it in this corner. You know, there could be units coming through that gate or just flanking. Oh, that Crow is in quite a bit of trouble. Okay. Actually going to raid. This is kind of questionable. I mean, he's forcing a fight now, but also sending Kanyas there. And yeah, just giving kind of free kills to Mitoe. Mitoe also raiding with a couple cav there. Looking really good for Mitoe at this point. Kanyas just finding nothing. Crow just shooting away even though it's shooting at the building right now. But couple bills going down for Hero. Mitoe taking control of that coin mine, on which you can see there's a lot of Hero villages, so that's not gonna be great for Hero. And now Mitoe can just pull back, I think, because he has no anti-cav, so maybe he does. Yeah, he does have a little bit of anti-cav. But yeah, Migo calling GG, I mean, he knows that these wheels are probably dead. So, like, one batch of cav and they're dead. And Mitoe did have a batch of cav on the way. So yeah. Nice, nice game. 1-1 now. So yeah, I just don't know that you want to go for such a greedy and defensive play as Hero. I don't know if it's worth getting a dog for 5 boats in the whole game. I don't know if it's worth like pulling up and staying in your base while China just gets the trickles and just masses. Like, you don't want to let China mass so much because it never ends well for you if you do that. And this kind of trade is just good for China because they remass more. They have like more unit shipments, kind of, or better ones. I don't know, but they also get stuff from the wonders. So, and just have kind of more eco overall. So they always gonna remass more than you, kinda. Even though Hero did get extra views in boats, you can see he's not quite outgathering China, and that doesn't take into account the free units China gets. So yeah. I still need to get used to that UI, so I probably just didn't use it a lot, but yeah. How do I... okay, I need to quit like that. Oh, yeah. So now we're gonna move to game 3 of this best of 5 between Mitoe and Migo, round of 16 of the Legacy tournament. And we now have on Cascade range, Mitoe picking Aztecs first, and Migo counter picking with Dutch. Actually, I'm gonna need just a couple seconds. I'll be right back. All right, sorry for that. So yeah, so Migo decided to counterpick a stack with Dutch, which is interesting. I'm not sure it's quite a counterpick, but yeah. But yeah, I wonder why Mitoe didn't go Dutch himself, because he's a big Dutch player. He does play a little bit of a stacks, but not that much. So on this map, you... oh wait, I need to... Okay, this is better. On this map, you get lots of tier 1 sport treasures, either 50 food, 40 wood, we'll probably see one of them, yeah, and some coin. You do get a water spoon point and 2 small ponds, so you can still go for some kind of small water strats with 1 duck. So Migo gonna find a 50 food treasure here. And I'm not sure what Mitoe got so far. But yeah. He did go for the fire pit in H1, which is pretty standard. He could have maybe gone for a market and hunting dogs if he just chopped 50 wood, but decided not to. Now we're gonna get a 50 food treasure, which is gonna help him to age a little bit earlier. If he finds this wood treasure, he might... Well, he already knows about it, so he could just chop 10 wood and get the market and hunting dogs, maybe. But maybe he just wants to play really aggressive, in which case he doesn't want to invest his resources into a market just yet, I guess. Oh, this attack is so bad. But that Eagle Scout is so strong, so it doesn't really matter. So Migo's aging with 14 bills, at least trying to, and I think, oh, he went market and he goes for 14 bills age up. That's a bit ballsy, I mean. Market is a bit slow as Dutch, and you kind of always have to age 15 if you go for a market. But now he's gonna decide to idle for 100 food and just age, so I guess it's okay. Not sure it's really worth it though. I'd rather see a 14 bill age up without a market or a 15 bills with a market, but yeah. Now he's gonna age, but this is only 10 seconds faster than a 15 age up. So 10 seconds or 12 seconds is not ideal. But he does have hunting dogs now when he's gathering food for his bank. We'll need, by the way, to re-macro if he wants a bank. And I find another 50 food treasure as well, which is one of the few remaining treasures on the map. Mitoe is chopping wood. Not going for the fast age, so I guess that the skull age up. So he's gonna go for a very aggressive build, not a very fast age, but lots of units coming, probably. Sending 3 wheels forward, probably gonna drop his war hut somewhere over here. He did not herd a hunt, but maybe that's because he doesn't... Oh yeah, he does have a hunt behind here, and he's herding it, never mind. And the same goes for Migo here, so pretty fair. Migo is gonna get his bank up a little bit late because of the market in H1 and having only 14 bills now, so not ideal. But he does get an extra 40 wood here.
Yeah. Hello.
I think he might have wanted to not chop wood and just wait for the 40 wood, maybe. So he could have 100 coin now and would be training a bill. He arranges to mine coin. But yeah. So we have a tower and 200 coin age up by Dutch. So maybe that's why he wasn't in a hurry to mine coin, because he's got the coin here so he can get bills out. Yeah, so very defensive play. So he's kind of sacking a bank, not getting 400 wood, and getting a tower instead to defend the rush. And two Skull Knights coming in, but they don't see the tower. Unfortunately, they could have gotten a couple shots off. But yeah, so Mitoe not gonna be too pleased with that. And one Skull Knight already going down. We'll pick up the Explorer, maybe using that Eagle Scout for the extra XP. Yeah, he's gonna get 90 XP, which is nice. But yeah, now these Skull Knights are kind of like useless here. And so Migo is just going for 700 wood first. He can go for that because he's got the tower, which is helping him a lot. But Mitoe decided to change his plan after he saw the tower. He's just going for a rather greedy play and going for 5 bills after 700 wood. So yeah, this age up just did nothing. But then again, Migo also was forced. I mean, he wasn't forced, but he decided to go for a suboptimal age up with the tower to defend. So Mitoe is thinking, okay, maybe I don't need to keep rushing him. Maybe the fact that he had to age up with the tower is already a win for me. And I can just grade now, get my hunting dogs, get 5 bills, and just train coyotes, even though this is a very poor batch. And try to raid him a little bit. This Macron is... I think Mitoe could maybe drop a duck now, because he's got so much wood. But he's actually gonna add a second Warhead for timing, maybe. Getting his wood upgrades as well. But the problem is, he doesn't have lots of food, so he's going for the wood upgrade, but... Oh, might kill Vil here. I think Migo will be able to pull it away. Yeah, that Vil is not gonna go down. Barely not gonna go down. But yeah, Mitoe's macro just doesn't allow him to really make units at the moment. Because of that upgrade. Few skirms being trained, so gonna be tough for only 2 coyotes to do anything. The Mitoe is gonna mash a lot now. He's got his market upgrades. He's got nice amount of bills and 2 warheads to make units. So he's gonna ship 5 more coyotes. I wonder. I mean, I think you need 10 maces here. Well, it's only 9, fortunately, 9 maces. But you know, if Migo is gonna go for pikes. Well, which I guess he's not, but yeah, maces would be nice. But yeah, Migo just committing to pure coyote runners here, and he's gonna get a kind of mass, but it's not that many units at 7 minutes for stacks really. Just 16 coyote runners and 1 skull knight, which is keeping in base. He's gonna pick up the Explorer again, so that's nice. 45 XP. And probably just gonna go in, but meanwhile Migo is aging. So he's just in a fine spot, really. I think Dutch is in a great spot. He's got only 3 banks, but you don't need too many banks against Aztecs, because, well, obviously Aztecs doesn't have a very good eco, so you can just go for 3 banks and age and you're fine. Yeah, so I don't know why he's training maces and shipping coyotes when he could be shipping 9 maces and training more coyotes, but yeah. Now shipping the maces anyway, so probably just doesn't really matter. And he's gonna try and push in the back, just avoiding the tower there. Trying to find some bills, but not gonna be successful. And thing is that now that Migo has aged. Oh, he doesn't have a shipment. Yeah, 700 coin is a bit of a questionable card here. I think he needed to just like keep the card. Because now he doesn't have a shipment, and so he's not able to get some halbs. He's probably gonna try to TC fire the maces. And maybe use his skirms to snipe some maces as well, but there's quite a few maces now for Mitoe, so, well, only 9, but It's kind of enough to snipe just 5 halberdiers. And revealing the halbs to Mitoe, I felt like maybe Migo wanted to pop the halbs in the back and ship 5 Haas, and then you can go like 10 halbs, 5 halberdiers, Minutemen, and Z move. But instead he revealed them, and now Mito's gonna be able to snipe the halbs. Minutemen gonna pop, sniping the maces as well with the as the skirmisher. So nice micro by Migo here. He's definitely gonna get a decent trade, but the halbs are just not gonna be enough to clean all these coyotes, and there's more maces as well. So ultimately, you know, not the worst trade for Migo. He's also gonna get a shipment behind, so if he can clean up most of the maces, he's in a good spot. But oh, there's actually a big mace batch coming from there as well. Maybe a shipment. No, Mitoe is even now still shipping 8 maces. Switching nicely the Explorer to cover mode so he can tank. Mace is gonna go in the routers, so this is gonna be a pretty good trade for Mitoe. Explorer gonna be annoying as well. Yeah, gonna pick off lots of routers. These maces will go down, but you know, they're just buying time, and meanwhile Migo is not gathering anything. And there's that 8 maces shipment. So they're gonna be able to keep the routers away. Migo escaping. Mitoe needs to pull this guy back. Might go down. No, it's not. Okay, and Migo is just not gathering anything. If you're gonna go halbs, I think you should have maybe the 8 halberdier card in deck, because 8 halbs is actually a pretty strong shipment if you get it right on top. Like 8 halbs would maybe clean this up actually. So I would have liked him to have that card in deck maybe. But if he doesn't have it, he should already go for 5 Haas, because Haas and halbs together are gonna be really tough for Aztec to deal with, and he's going for it. So if Mitoe doesn't get anti-cap soon, he's toast basically. You just don't beat Halberdier, Hassel, and even a few routers in the back unless you have some anti-cap. And I'm afraid Mitoe might be overcommitting here. Well, actually he's got a Puma shipment coming, maybe gonna be just in time, so we'll see. That TC is half HP. Buying the Explorer back to buy time, but also donating 1, 2, maybe 3 halbs. And I don't know about that. Maybe a little bit of an early fight by Migo. He didn't need to engage that early, and now, well, he does get a nice Hussar pop, but he's got some Pumas, so he's gonna be forced back. Mitoe can just escape now. He might lose some more units for free, but he will be able to escape. And there aren't that many units for Dutch. He's got a few halbs in the back that he's forgetting about, but Mitoe has a nice batch of 8 maces reinforcing, so I think he's okay there. It's gonna be tough for Dutch to kill that many units now. I think Mitoe kind of wants more maces here. He's maybe overmaking coyotes. I mean, having like 15 or 20 maces would be a nice unit composition here. Getting 2 coyotes out now. He might get the second wood upgrade soon. Wow, actually Mitoe gonna get sort of cleaned up. Well, it's gonna be alright. Migo pulling the wheels. Thing is, Dutch is still H3. And even though he's not gathering so much, he still has 3 banks gathering, and he's H3, yeah, so it's quite nice for him. Mitoe might want to pull back here. He's just getting cleaned up. So this game is looking better and better for Migo, actually. It was looking dicey for a while, but now it looks pretty good for him. But still, Mitoe now has a lot of eco. He's got 37 wheels with 2 upgrades. He's shipped all of his unit shipments though, so he was really kind of all in on this push, so he's gonna have a hard time holding this now. Like, he would need some units, but he doesn't have any. Instead, he's gonna ship the warrior priests, which aren't just gonna do anything at the moment, right? He's gonna be able to wall dance, I guess, but yeah, they're just not very helpful just yet. Explorer being brought back, at least that's something. And he can dance for fertility and get a nice reinforcement badge. Oh, Migo getting trapped by his own wall here. Oh, that's not good. He doesn't have any Ritters as well, and halbs are just kind of awkward here. Really, you don't want halbs as Dutch here unless you also have Haas, I think. But Mitoe needs to be careful not to overcome it in these halberdiers, but they are still pretty strong if they get to fight. So, if I was Mitoe here, I would just pull back and like, okay, I'm holding my front base. All I need to do is to keep massing now. Just mass a huge amount of units. Get your Coyote Combat. I mean, he made so many Coyote Combats, you would have expected him to get this card earlier in. Maybe he could have skipped 5 Coyotes and shipped this card instead, but it's just good. But yeah, Migo is coming back. Mitoe gonna use his Explorer to tank and scare Migo away. More units popping, but he needs to re-macro, really. The problem for Mitoe is he's running out of hunts. This map just doesn't have so many hunts, so he needs to get this hunt or that one, which are very far away. Mitoe trying to go for a raid and might just find 10 kills. Gonna find one. Migo pulling back just in time, so he's only gonna lose 1 wheel. But he does get scared that Mitoe would find more wheels, so he's gonna pull back a little bit. So it's still gonna buy Mitoe some time. And yeah, at this point, I think Aztecs is essentially ahead in eco, considering he's got 3 Warrior Priest and some nice market upgrades, and Migo is forced in base on berries as well. So I think, yeah, Aztec has more eco, but he's H2, and Migo gonna keep shipping these strong unit shipments, and Mitoe is just gonna have a hard time getting enough units to deal with that, and he's trying to flank here, but I think he should really just go back and sack this Warhut. He could have maybe placed another Warhut here and just sack that one. Because he keeps bleeding units here. He's never really able to go in, and I think these are just really good trades for Migo overall. And that's just so many halbs. Coyote Combat coming in. Maybe Mitoe's gonna try to go in, but I'm afraid he doesn't have quite enough units here. You can see that Dutch is easily ahead in military. He might also just get Infantry Combat next card, because he's going pure infantry basically. He might also want to get another bank. Like, he needs to stop gathering so much food. Just switch like all these wheels to wood. Get a second military building or a force bank or something. Because like, you're not going to do anything with this food. These gates are just very annoying to deal with. Smart walls by Migo. But Mitoe's doing kind of a nice job microing this, but now if he gets caught by the halbs, his maces are going to go down, but so far it's a pretty good control by buff players. Mitoe now gonna pull back, just forcing the halbs in cover mode, and then going back when they switch back to actual normal melee mode. And the halbs are kind of melting here. I feel like Migo maybe needed infantry combat already because he's got so many infantry units. But I guess he never found the time to ship it. He's going grid with 1,000 wood and adding a building, I think, so a stable gonna go down. Still getting pretty good trade with his infantry there. But Mitoe is holding his ground, you know? Eventually, Mitoe might be ahead. If Mitoe can just age up at some point, or just mastery enough units, and starve Dutch out of hunts, he's gonna be ahead. Even if Dutch can get 2 more banks. Well, unless Dutch can get cannons. If Dutch gets cannons, it's gonna be really tough for Aztecs at this point. But yeah, this is a very nice game, very micro-intensive game. And Mitoe is gonna finally clean up the halbs, and he's gonna have just enough coyotes to clean this up, but more halberdiers on the way, and if Migo can pull-trick them forward, like you just drag box and click like that, yeah, and they're just gonna come forward, and that might be just what Migo needs, but then again, more maces coming as well. And halbs don't have the greatest multiplier against coyotes, only 1.5. They do have a pretty good attack though. Oh, and a batch of Huss. This is gonna be maybe a cleanup, but oh, these gates are gonna be so annoying because Mitoe gonna have to go around them while the Huss can just pass directly through them. Look at this. This is such an annoying play. But yeah, you know, it's just 5 unupgraded Huss. Mitoe's gonna pop some more coyotes. And Migo is trying to force it, but I really don't know what to think about that. I think it's close. More maces gonna pop, so yeah, Mito's gonna be able to defend that. It's kind of annoying to cast this because Migo and Mitoe like have similar names, and it's just I'm completely confusing them constantly. But yeah, as you can see, the eco is kind of even. I think this doesn't take the banks into account. So with the 4 banks now, it's even eco again. This is like 16 bills, so it's pretty much the same as Migo's 55 bills. But Migo's real problem is that he doesn't have hunts. He doesn't even have a coin mine, so he's forced to gather here just for coin. And he's just never gonna get his hands on these hunts. Unless he can clean up Mitoe first, but for the time being he's just gonna run out of berries, right? I mean, he still has a little bit of food, I guess. But yeah, it's not ideal, I mean, being forced in berries like that. Dropping more wolves, trying to abuse his range advantage with the skirms, and Migo is stacking quite a lot, so he could add another bank. Or he could also just get Vet Husk. Well, he's got Vet Husk already on the way, so just drop a bank now. And a couple houses. Yeah, he's doing that bank. But this choke is nice for Migo. That native settlement is just nice for to defend his position. And yeah, now that Migo has 5 banks, if he can also get a hunt, he's definitely winning the game. Mitoe is shipping infinite coin now. He's got... Oh, he didn't wire priest boom. I think he needs to stop his fertility and maybe just get some wire priest boom going. But yeah, Vet has now being teched, and that is very scary. Migo's still not shipping any kind of upgrade, which is a bit questionable maybe. These coyotes are kind of in a nice position here, but not gonna be enough. I think this is looking quite dicey for Mitoe now. Just training some Pumas. They need to go to the fight though. Yeah. Oh, Migo is kind of overcommitting with his hussars, but now he's gonna be able to snipe the Pumas. That wall is not up though, and only 3 halbs left. And this is a bunch of mill units, and I don't know how this goes. I think Dutch will still be okay, but it's pretty close. Yeah, Dutch does come out on top. Just the Vet Huss are pretty strong. And all these units will most likely go down. Although Mitoe is popping more coyotes now. Oh! Mitoe trying to wall up the berries, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do it in time. And this is looking very scary for Mitoe. I mean, well, I guess everything is kind of out of position for Migo, but still, nice batch of pure mass coming in. Now gonna get more coyotes. This is such a tense game, but ultimately it's gonna just get better for Dutch now. Like, he's getting his hands on some hunts as well, so... And now Mitoe is trying to fight, but there's like so many vet horse. I don't think this can possibly go well for Mitoe here, and this is gonna be a cleanup, and then he's gonna lose all his skills. And that might just be GG. More coyotes coming, but not gonna be enough. He might be able to escape a few maces, but yeah, like I said, all these bills are toast. Mitoe quick walling all the berries. Thanks a lot for raiding. Mitoe quick walling all his berries, but you know, there's just no units to defend the wall, so it's gonna go down. Mitoe now bringing a big coyote reinforcement, but look at how many vet horse there are for Migo here. Like, he can't deal with the horse. Another... Yeah, I think he needed calf combat now. He's got so many horse. It's like 1000 coin is just useless. But yeah, just the horse can be set moved here and nothing will prevent them from cleaning up. Mitoe definitely going to lose this fight. And 2 war huts will go down, and yeah, from there, as Aztec, you just don't really win. I think it all came down to Mitoe trying to defend this war hut with his maces there. GG. Like, he kept trying to trade when in fact, like, just give up, right? There's 2 gates here. There's no way you can get on top of the skirm, so you just let him get that war hut. You get 2 war huts here, and you defend that position instead. You just get more maces and more coyotes, and then you go in. But he was constantly trying to trade maces for skirms and getting one shot all the maces, like, because the skirms have more range and have an instant animation. So he was just getting one shot there, and I think it just bled too many units there, and that just made the difference because even though Dutch was H3 and he had a better score, honestly it was a very close game for a very long time, and Mitoe didn't need much more to win it, but yeah, he just bled too many units. Well played by Migo, interesting tower age-up play, never seen that before, and it did work out quite well, so yeah, nicely done. It's going to be 2-1 for Migo, so quite the upset so far. And we'll move on to game 4. Oh, donation bar blocks some UI. Yeah, that would make sense because it's not supposed to be... good damn it. I guess I'm just gonna make it smaller. I guess this is kind of good enough. Although I can anyway hide the timeline if I want to. So maybe I should just... this is tough, dude. Should I make it smaller here? Then people just don't see it, I guess. Or just make it bigger there. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to change my layout because of the ASM QI. So I guess this is decent. Yeah, this is centered. All right. Nice. Okay, so we can see that Dutch was struggling to match the mass until some point where he was able to get a good trade, and then it was very close. Like you can see, constantly fighting, constantly taking back and forth trades, just popping units. But I still think this is a part where Mitoe was bleeding units to hold his Wahat, and you can see, I think overall, Mitoe just lost more units there. I think I would say, not sure, but like he's popping lots of units, losing lots of units, while Migo is just not really training so many units, and he was still taking decent trades. I don't know. This was just a very close game, and maybe it came down to having like also not having Coyote combat earlier. Like instead of 5 Coyotes, if you got 9 Maces and then Coyote combat, he would have had a scarier timing around here, and just just would have had Coyote combat much earlier. Instead, he got it somewhere like at 15 minutes, which is a bit late. It's a super good card, so you want it earlier. And then if he did that, he would have also had 5 Coyotes left for later, so he could have shipped it defensively when he was getting pushed around here. Maybe that would have been enough to win the game. I don't know. It was a very close game anyway. Very good game. And Dutch does outgather, but really not by much. All right. GG. I need to go back to map and then quit. All right, so now in this game 4, let's think. Migo was counter-picking previous game, actually. So now Migo had to pick first, and he went India. And Mitoe went for Otto. Interesting. You don't see Mitoe play Otto very often in tournaments, but he does like that Tower FF build where he goes really all in and ships like 5 Jans or possibly 3 Hoss while aging after 700 wood. So Mito's chopping 10 wood to get this. I think he realized to. Oh, he's actually gonna chop all the wood. Yeah, unfortunate. I think he didn't realize he had that treasure in base. If he did, he could have directly shot at the lion and then went for TP. He would still get the XP and he would not need to chop. So he would get the mosque, a house, and the TP easily. Instead, though, he was still able to shoot at the lion here, but it's very, yeah, very risky. India has 2 elephants and they're fast, so Migo's like, okay, thank you so much. What? No, he didn't notice. Oh my god. And now he's like, wait, there's no god in here, maybe. No, he still doesn't notice it. Oh well. Or maybe he's just too polite to take it, but either way, that could have been bad for Mitoe. So Mitoe getting 50 food. So even though he couldn't get the 40 wood, he's got a small compensation towards his age up by just getting that food there. I'm gonna work on 80 coin here. Migo meanwhile picking up 20 coin, nothing too interesting. Kind of a weird scouting pattern as India. I mean, usually you kind of want to keep your monks sort of close to each other because you want to be able to pick up treasures with them together. And now they're really opposite of the map, so if he finds a big treasure, he's just unable to take it. But still, he was able to find a 5-pop treasure, so he doesn't need a house, and this is very nice for him. He's essentially saving 80 wood in age 1, so he can spend that towards aging up faster, which is nice. Yeah, and that's why you don't really want to split your monks so much, because then you die. Unfortunate. You will still get 50 food here, which is nice though. But yeah, that's really not too good for Migo. Will Mito come in time to find? Yeah, he's found this, and I think he will be definitely in time, unless he doesn't notice. Oh, Mito! Well, Migo will get this. Nice for him. Mito still doesn't notice. Oh, now he does. Okay, so he's gonna try to go and snare, even though... Oh, or not. Okay, well... Maybe he wants to bait Migo to take the treasure, but he doesn't know Migo has only one explorer, so he will never start this. But I think that's the plan for Mito. It's like, okay, wow, look at this, 2 big treasures here. I'm just gonna sit somewhere and try to... Okay, no, he's just gonna crackshot a lion and then he will take his TP, I guess. Oh, and even gets the snare. No. Okay, he does. But anyway, he will stop snaring, I think, because he wants to build a TP. Yeah. Migo dropping his Agra Fort at a decent time, but not an especially good time, I would say. Also doesn't have the wood for a veal, so he did kind of cut half a veal, but still not aging very early. But that's because he went for a TP in age 1. I actually didn't see that, but yeah, that makes sense. That's why he's a bit late and had to idle a little bit to make up for it. Even though getting the 5 pop did help him a lot, but now he will get a house and then keep making bills. Oh, a market! Maybe he forgot about his pop space. Now he's gonna try to make bills and like, oh yeah, right, I don't have 20 pop, I have 15. Sometimes I forget about it because it's just something that doesn't happen very often. So now he's like, oh no, I should have made a house and not a market. So he's gonna quickly drop a house and now make a veal, but he's idled almost an entire veal here again, so it's just not gonna get the greatest eco. Picking up that coin treasure and getting his second monk back. Mito is aged. He is getting 5 bills and he chopped an extra 100 wood because wait, and he's getting hunting dogs. Maybe he doesn't want to risk a stagecoach, maybe that's why. But I would think that usually you rather get stagecoach than get a market and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess he's like, okay, if I go FF and stagecoach, he can just take 1 TP down with like 5 sepoys and it's not good for me, so... 700 coin gonna come in now. Mito buying 100 wood. I think he can afford it because he shipped 5 bills, so he's got more eco. He needs more bills and coin though, like 4 or 5 bills and coin now if he wants to age. But he does get a house. He might have wanted to delay that house until after he aged, because you don't lose a bill anymore with auto, so he could just, you know, idle a little bit of his TC and just age instead of buying wood. Either way, he will be able to age sort of soon. Wood trickle coming first for India, so yeah, he's up late. Oh wait, I forgot to enable that. Oh, and to hide this. Yeah. Alright. So Amigo's gonna siege a TP down. You can't really prevent that unless you play H2, of course, but yeah, he's just gonna H directly to H3. He edged up with 400 wood, by the way. I didn't talk about it, but he didn't go for the tower FF or anything. Mito just buying time here, probably gonna try to repair his TP, you know, just tricking Migo into following him and then gonna repair his TP maybe, or not. Migo pulling back 1 sepoy to prevent the reparation, actually. So Mito is aging with, that would be 4 Abel's guns, I think. And Migo going for 700 coin after the wood trickle, so kind of like a decent eco semi-FF. Might have wanted to pick 50 coin at some point. It's a nice treasure. Same for Mitoe with this, but he's doing it now. Okay, so they posed. And so yeah, that TP will go down. Migo just made enough C-poise to get it down and H behind. He probably just has the two food upgrades. I didn't quite check, but that would make sense. Because he mostly had to gather food, so... Elephant gonna be pulled back just in time. His TP will go down anytime soon. And yeah, so Mitoe already training Avis guns. He can't afford it because it's shit 5 bills, and he will probably go for 1k wood at some point as well. I think he might go for it first actually. Because like you need veteran Jans and veteran Abus, and you maybe want to get this back and get a stagecoach or get a TC. So yeah, he's going to go for 1000 wood. And going to go Abuscan heavy, which is nice against India. Because India doesn't have the strongest cav, they don't have cannons, their Golkas don't have quite 20 range, so Abus do pretty well against India. I wish I could see the... Oh, I can see the text there. Fortunately, it's a bit hidden behind this stuff. I don't know if I have to do something to change that. I don't think I can. Oh well. 1000 wood coming on the... Well, he's got steel traps and placer mines. Mitoe picking off a veil here and denying the wall. So that's nice for him. And yeah, so he's got decent market upgrades. Placer mines, steel traps. And 1 or maybe 2 mosque upgrades, I'm not sure. Migo is gonna be up soon. Not quite making bills now. He needs a barracks because he will need to upgrade infantry, but he also needs a stable because he wants barracks, I guess. Aging with the Taj Mahal. I think he expects a big falconet push, so he's playing very defensively. You know, he's got the ceasefire up his sleeve. He's got some walls around his Agra fort. But, you know, Mitoe is not getting very aggressive at all. He's just ship 1000 wood and making Avis guns. Although I don't know why he's making so many houses here. He shipped 1000 coin as well, so he wants to keep massing Abus. And it's nice, but it's just a lot of houses. Like, that wood is not really paying off. The southern wood he shipped doesn't pay off just yet. I would have liked really a stagecoach. He could have like 4 less or 3 less houses now, have a second TP and stagecoach and just set the TPs to wood and then get houses out of it. And it would be a better use of wood than just having 120 pop, which is nowhere near filling. Anyway, Mitoe might ship 6 Abus or 2 Falks, I think. Okay, 6 Abus coming in. It's a nice shipment, it's been buffed up from 5 Abus, so now it's quite nice. And it's gonna get a nice mass of like 20 plus Abus guns. Oh, and India just going Howdah, but I think he needs Gorka because I know people think that Howdahs just beat Abus Jan, but it really doesn't. I mean, in small numbers they kind of do, but you can see how much damage Abus do to Howdahs. Once Mitoe gets more Abus in the field, he will be totally fine against this. Sniping 1 Howdah, and 1 Howdah is like 4 Abus guns worth of cost. Abus sniping the Seapoys. I think Mitoe needs to be more aggressive with his Giants. He can't just keep fighting with Abus here. He needs to tank, scare the Howdahs away with Jans constantly while shooting with Abus. And that's what he's doing now, and it's quite nice. And he's gonna have a batch of like 11 Abus here. The shipment plus a batch of 5, so he's gonna be totally fine in these Howdahs here. Migo making more Howdahs, but he already does need some skirms. Look, he's investing into elephant combat already, but imagine how much better just 8 Gorkas would be. Or even Euromis. Well, I guess Euromis aren't too good because Abus destroyed them, but I don't know, Mahouts. 3 Mahouts would be great here, actually. Or just 8 Gorkas and get the veterancy or something, but yeah. He's really over-investing into elephants. Like, elephant combat at this point is just not a very good card. And Mitoe is just gonna keep massing Abus, and now he's gonna reach his pop space. So now the 1000 wood is gonna finish paying off. Minutemen being popped, and also gonna get a batch of Howdahs soon, but like probably 3 of them. Yeah. But Minutemen just getting sniped. Thanks a lot for subscribing. And you can see the military is pretty even at this point, but I really think that the unit composition of Otto is better. Like, look at how much damage this Abus can do. People say they don't kill goons, but they really do a lot of damage. Almost one shooting the upgraded Howdahs here. And so Mito's gonna just keep doing this. He's gonna keep poking. Eventually India will be out of coin, although he still has quite a bit in base. Yeah, and Howdahs just, I don't think they're taking very good trades now. Mitoe can even pull like 3 or 4 Jans and set them to melee mode and force Migo to kite them while he's got his Abus shooting. It's just kind of hard for India to deal with. And now Migo knows about the 17 bills right there. And he's got 3 Howdahs. That's definitely not enough. Mitoe can just snare, and India is gonna be idled so much here. India is going for 1000 coin, but he doesn't have lots of food. He needs to get this hunt maybe, or just that one. I guess if he can just build a wall here and start hunting there, then he can mass lots of Howdahs from the 1000 coin shipment. I don't know where he's going. Maybe he's afraid of the units, but they're actually not here. So yeah, now he's realizing it and he's going to start hunting again. Elephant's gonna be picked off again by a cannonball that bounced. His cannonballs actually get line of sight, so they revive the elephants, and that's unfortunate for Migo. Just gonna donate 90 XP to Mitoe. Oh, nice raid by Mitoe here, splitting fire as well. And Mitoe, I mean, just ship Gen Combat, right? He's kind of shipping the worst card he's got. Like, 20% HP is better than 15% attack, because your guys actually get focused by Howdahs, and maybe the HP card is another shot from a Howdah, I think. Possibly. We need to check, but yeah. And Gen Combat is just 20% HP and attack, and he's only shipping 15% on Abus, so I don't really understand. But he will... Oh, that's a nice pickup from Migo. But he will probably get it next anyway. He's getting a shipment when his batch of Abus is completed. Howdah is going for a flank, just sniping some Jans. And Migo is just really too committed to this elephant build. Like, he needs to mix his unit composition a little bit. Although he does get a nice batch of 5 of them now, and that's a lot of units. Ceasefire coming in as well, but is this Millie Howder? Does he wanna do that? Does he really wanna do that? I mean, Mitoe surely can just switch the jams. What is going on? Okay, I think it's just mind gaming Mitoe, trying to scare him away. Mitoe will get a nice volley for that. Although he could have killed one Howda, but oh, it does go down now, nice. But yeah, Ava is doing a great job. The damage on them is still nice for that reason. Just able to snipe the stuff more easily. And that's a nice one Jan when I raid a couple of kills there. Could be killed because it's so low HP. Gorka being shipped, but just too late really, and I don't know, this is just so many units going down for I think this is GG. I don't know how India deals with these massive units now. Like, how many is this? Yeah, 21 A-bus is, you don't kill that. So, yeah, it just shows that A-bus guns are pretty strong after all, right? Nicely played by Mitoe. Very unusual gameplay for Otto, going for that 5 bills into crates build, just massing A-bus guns. But definitely did work out for him. And that makes it a tie now, and we're gonna have the match point next. Interesting series, very close one. Definitely a bit of an upset from Migo, just going 2-2 against Mitoe, or should I say toe-to-toe against Mitoe. All right, let's have a look at the first game. So yeah, just big batches of elephants, but overall you can see that Otto was trading quite well. Yeah, I think he got the better end of the trades, especially at the end, of course, and was just able to outmass and actually outgathered because of the 5 bills and the factory ship trades. I still think he would have been better off having a stagecoach because he really didn't need that many houses that early, but still outgathered, or almost. I mean, at the end, India was catching up, but still. GG. So I'm being told I can change the size of my UI. I don't know how. Is it there? Because if I make my UI smaller, I will see more of the ASAM UI. The apps UI, I mean. Why can I not find it? Fuck. Oh well, of course it's in UI options. So I should have... Yeah, okay, I will see more of this now. Nice. Right, so let's get to the final game of this match. Alright, so now we need to... Oh god. Okay, we got it. Kinda sucks now, the minimap is really small, but yeah, anyway. Mitoe had to first pick as Dutch, and Migo counterpick with Brits, which is definitely a pretty good counterpick. Although this map is maybe quite nice for Dutch, because there are hunts, of course. Actually, it's a pretty good spawn for Brits, better than the Dutch one, not gonna lie. There are hunts, but not that... Like, at 15 minutes or something on this map, you're kind of middle map there or up here. It's not the highest hunt map there is. So this is quite nice against Brits, because in the middle game you get to raid them much more, or punish their hunts. Migo actually sending a veal out. Maybe just gonna eat that cow to make up for the walking time. It's quite a lot of walking time though. Anyway, also the livestock is nice for Dutch. You can pick them with his envoy. Gonna find 65 coin, which is nice for your age 1. Just gonna be able to get that second villain queue. I mean that last villain queue soon. You can also maybe pick this up with the veal. Migo's gonna get that 80 wood, he's been working on it. Gonna micro it. Oh, Mitoe might just find it though. Oh, I think he's barely out of line of sight. That's really lucky for Migo here. But gonna reset the Guardian and gonna lose lots of HP here. Still gonna be a nice pickup for him. Mitoe over gathering a bit of coin, but nothing too bad. Wow, he's actually gonna have really lots of coin now. Almost gonna have coin for his next build. Can just pick this up and he will have enough coin. But I guess he first wants to focus on microing that wood treasure if he finds it. And he does know about it already. So yeah, pretty good matchup for Brits. Oh, and actually Migo went out to build that house and he's got a TP. And he's eating like 2 yaks, so he really wants to get that 16 age up in. Gonna eat another one a bit late maybe. So he will have a sort of decent age up time, but he had to kill almost all of his yaks. He's just got 1 left here. So it's a bit questionable maybe. I think he should have gone 17, because anyway, if you're going to go Virginia Company, you might as well age up a little bit later, because now he's going to have to wait for his shipment. He will get Virginia Company soon when he gets that XP, but meanwhile he's just going to stack wood. Unless he doesn't want to ship it. Now he does, so yeah, that's a little bit of a sad Virginia Company. Gonna get Gangsa now, but he's gonna stack like 300 wood at least when he gets Virginia Company. Bit unfortunate. So yeah, again, would have liked maybe a 17 age up. You know, you don't idle, you just age a little bit later, you get your Virginia Company at the same time anyway, and you just have a better boom overall if you do that. Mitoe also picking up the Brit Explorer, so Brits is not going to be able to scout. So if Migo wanted to go really greedy, he's going to have to be careful about Mitoe maybe going for a stable start, because he's not going to be able to scout it. So that will maybe make Migo train units earlier than he would have liked to. Mitoe has macroed for his bank. He's got the coin for Vil. As soon as his bank goes up, he's gonna have enough coin. Or almost. Yeah, he's gonna switch a couple of Vils just to make sure he does. And Mitoe is just aging with 400 wood, which is very standard. No kind of tower age up like we've seen from Migo. And he will drop a bank, so very standard play. 700 wood first. Flexible opening. Migo opening with 500 food and just setting so many bills on it. I don't know why he needs that wood. He's not building a military building just yet. And he's also not building more houses. Okay, now he's gonna drop a barracks. And getting the HP upgrade and finally being able to scout and just seeing there's no military building. And Migo is probably going to be a little bit disappointed here, because If you're gonna go Virginia company like that, you really kind of want to make more manor houses. And he's on only 70 pop. Migo probably gonna come back to find these. Oh yeah, that's a dumb treasure. Why did they add this? I have no idea. I got in the layout for something, I think. Oh, is it just me? I didn't see that. Well, anyway. Yeah, just not a very good. I just don't like so much what Migo is doing against his touch play. Like, probably because he couldn't scout, but just at this point you can have 45 bills in like 10 seconds. You would get 5 bills and have all your manuals. But instead he's going for 700 coins, so cancelling now his coin. So he's delayed his shipment by quite a bit. Not gonna be very great for him. Meanwhile, Mito's just going for 5 banks. So he's gone for the optimal build, you know, like just dropping your 5 banks at like 6 minutes or something. Shipping 600 wood behind. TC fired the Explorer as well. Getting 600 wood on the field.
Hello.
So he's gonna be able to get military buildings out of it. And these 5 spikes, you know, like I said, Migo was maybe afraid that Mito would go for calf, so he just made pikes, but really they didn't. They just didn't do anything. So Mito is gonna be aging up soon. Maybe a bit of a questionable place of mines. I think this is the time where you like eat a yak and you don't queue place of mines and you just age, because and like you switch your bills off of coin as well. He doesn't need that much coin. He doesn't need place of mines. Wait, he's actually staying H2. No, he was like, okay, this is a bit too wide. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe because he saw the 5 pikes as well. But yeah, I think Mito could have been aging already like 10 seconds ago if he didn't get place of mine and all that. And macroed a bit better. Like, look at the coin he's got. That's a bit sloppy. He could cure a Huss already, but he will, I think, soon. Unless he plans on going industrial, which knowing Mito wouldn't be too surprising. Okay, he's actually queuing skirms. I think he should cure Huss as well. Or he could have just gone for the church card and just eaten all his yaks and age as soon as possible. Anyway, Mito pretty much has the best eco he can get at this point, unless you expect him to build more than 5 banks. But yeah, he's got place of mine, steel traps, and he's got 5 banks, so yeah. And he's age 3. This is kind of late for 5 banks FF. You can usually age it, I don't know, 8 minutes? And not 8:45. Then again, usually you don't have steel traps and stuff, so that's also why. And Mito just has a foundry on the field already, so he's gonna be making cannons, I guess. Migo is gonna age up, but really kind of late, probably because he cancelled his 5 bills and shipped it again and shipped 700 coin. This is a pretty late age up considering he's got only 5 pikes so far. He will, however, get a nice batch of longbows and pass out. And he's aging with the is that the Caravel or is it the 7 longbows? I think it's 7 longbows. 1000 wood first for Mitoe, which makes sense considering he's got a foundry on the field. Mitoe sniping a Vil, nice for him. But he might lose a Rita here. Actually, does he know about this? No, he doesn't. Oh, he can see the gate now, but it's not easy to see on the minimap for sure, so... Yeah, he's gonna lose like maybe 1 unit there. And gonna just pull back, doesn't need to see that house, it's not a big deal. And gets directly 4 falconets, so this is gonna be very scary for Brits to deal with. Because Brits is probably gonna get falconets next or something, and then he will be against 4 of them, so he's not gonna be able to really do much. Double stable for Brits. Wow. And he's gonna get veteran. No, he's got veteran numbers already, and he's just gonna mass guns and Haas probably. But yeah, this is why this matchup is usually hard. Just look at how many units Brits has got already. Dutch can't really do anything to punish this kind of build. They can try to like get more cannons out or go industrial, but like in terms of mass, you just don't really outmass. Like Brits already has so many longbows, and longbows are just so good against Dutch. Now he's gonna see 4 falconets and he's like, oh, I'm in trouble, I've got so many buildings, but I actually need 1 more of them. Unless he just goes Haas now, but that would be really risky. Well, actually, he's got 5 Haas already, so what if Migo just didn't go for Foundry and he just made only Haas now? Like, this could be a batch of Haas and another shipment of Haas and just smash everything in. But instead, he's gonna try to get Culverins, and that's just too slow, I think. He really needed to, like, just fight, you know? Just fight with Haas.
Yes.
But he will get maybe 2 Culverins out and 2 Falconets of his own, so that's also one way to have the superior unit in position. I was afraid that it would be too late because Mitoe could apply pressure, but Mitoe is only sieging houses because he's afraid of Culverins, I guess. So he's not going too far forward. He does get some nice XP out of killing the houses. Migo can't really replace the houses now. You know, people would say, hey, but he can just get more houses and more vills out of them. But like he really needs his wood for stuff now, and not more eco, but actual units and stuff. And Migo is calling Minuteman, which is sort of a giveaway actually. So Mitoe's gonna know that Migo wants to fight now, and these Minutemen are kind of doing nothing as well, so it's a bit unfortunate. He needed to call them later maybe. But now 2 Culverins is gonna get nice in position, but these Falconets are just gonna get sniped instantly. Oh, and now Mitoe is gonna blast these longbows away. Oh no, why did they shoot at the house? Jesus Christ. So these Falconets will go down, but Mitoe is trading them for so many longbows here, and the vills are just going down as well. So I think this is pretty good for Mitoe. I mean, Bridge is going to be on only 41 vills, which is really not much, and Mitoe is still like taking decent trades, like sniping vills, sniping goons with his skirms. He needs to pull his Ritos back, because he doesn't have so many of them, and you never know how many hustles gonna pop, because you can see there's 5 of them more on the way. Longbow is gonna hold their ground though. Mitoe will need to go back. Even the 2 Culverins do some damage here, so he needs to really pull back now. Because he can't just keep fighting this. 1 Huss as well, gonna tank a bit. Mitoe decides to fight this, which is surprising, I think. See, that's when he's taking risks, because 5 Huss gonna pop, and yeah, he needed to pull back, but I guess he's got big reinforcements on the way, so maybe that's just what he needs to win the game. I don't know, you know, it's really risky in my opinion, but he might just get away with it. It's only 5 Huss. If only Migo made like a big batch of us instead of falconets, he could clean this up, I think. But now with only 5 hearts, Mitoe is gonna be okay. Still though, I still think Mitoe should have pulled back a little bit earlier. Because now Migo has got the upper hand in terms of military, I think. But anyway, Brits is on 37 bills, which is absolute garbage at this point for Brits. Really not a good eco. And that's because he had to sack so many bills to fight. And you can see they have the same amount of bills, except Dutch also have 5 banks on top of it. So it's pretty much GG, I think. Mitoe doesn't even need to fight. Brits is gonna need to come out for hunts because he's got only a few animals left. And he's just very far behind the resources. I mean, in eco, he's like 20 bills behind. A whole 5 banks boom behind. So now Mitoe has a foundry, 2 barracks, 2 stables, and he can just... you know, he's already got infantry combat in, while Migo... I don't think he's got any upgrades, so yeah. And, yeah, probably just gonna be calf combat next for Mitoe soon. 1 falconet going forward, so maybe he's gonna get 1 volley in. Yeah, nice shot. So Mitoe has to pull back, but again, Mitoe is not in a hurry. He can just take his time. Like at this point, you just stack your red horse. You just get big batches out. You probably macro for an arsenal and get cav HP if you can. Although it might be a little bit greedy just yet. And you get calf combat next, 100%. 1 horse raid. Not going to kill Bill. Actually going to kill 1. Never mind. But regardless, Mitoe is just so far ahead in eco. Oh, I said 100% calf combat, but he actually goes for 7 skirms, which I don't really understand. I guess he just wants to fight now, and then he will have the reinforcements. But, well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, he's got so many hearts, he's just gonna smash everything here. And I think this is gonna be GG. I don't see Migo just not resigning here. Like, he's gonna lose everything, and then all his fields are exposed, and it's over. This is maybe a little bit too high. This is a bit better. And yeah, just Husk chasing everything, gonna pick up that falconet, catch the longbows, even cleaning up the goons, and then you have bills here and 100%. Yeah, Migo resigns now. GG. Thanks a lot for subscribing, I believe. Someone? Or I don't know. I don't know what happened. Alright, so Migo, Migo. Damn. Mitoe takes it 3-2. So finally actually winning the series, but very close one for sure. Most games were really close. And yeah, nice last game as well. Migo just going for the kind of questionable H2 play. I mean, he went for semi-FF, but his H2 was weird, so he H late. He didn't have the greatest eco, or at least not as early as he would have liked. While Mitoe just got 5 banks, which is pretty straightforward, and then he got 4 falconets out and pretty much won the game with that. And so you can see just how many vills Migo had to sack. About 15 vills overall just to defend his position. And yeah, like I said, he finished booming at like 7 minutes instead of 6:15, so a bit delayed. And he did get more units, but just lost his 2 falconets to Reuters instantly, and somehow, despite having so much more mass, And despite tanking so much with bills, Mito still got a decent trade military-wise, while also cleaning up all the bills. So yeah, that was the game losing fight for Migo. Then he was just behind, and Mito cleaned him up pretty hard there. Also going longbow Huss without, longbow gun without having Huss yourself to tank against opponent's Huss is generally speaking not a very good idea. Because as you could see, the Huss just dead moved everything, and you can't hit and run with longbows, so you either have to keep your goons just to kill the hussars, but your goons also get killed by the hussars actually and get sniped by the skirms, or you sack your longbows, but you don't want to sack your longbows, so yeah. Longbow Huss is longbow goon is not a good composition on its own. You need another unit. All right, good game.